I learned a very important lesson at the beginning when I first joined ServiceMaster. Two men were much involved in the recruiting of me to come to the company, the then chairman and the then president of the company. One was Ken Hansen and Ken Westner. And as they were recruiting me, they were holding out all those expectations of the things that I could do if I could come to ServiceMaster. In fact, there was even the expectation that someday I might be president and CEO. And I was a fairly brash young person at the time. As I think young, I was 38 years old at that time. And, you know, I decided at that last interview, I was going to determine what would it take for me to be CEO of this company. How long would it take? What would I have to do? Enough of the soft talk. I wanted to find out what I had to do. So I began pressing him at that last interview when I was supposed to sign up for the benefits. And after about 10 minutes of listening to me, Ken Hansen stood up and said, "Bill, the interview is over." And Ken Westner led me to the front door. And I left and said, you know, well, I guess I blew this opportunity. 2 days later, Ken Hansen called me up and he said, "Bill, you want to know what happened in my office?" I said, "Sure, Ken." He said, "Meet me for breakfast tomorrow morning." At the breakfast table, he sat down and said, "Bill, if you want to come to ServiceMaster and contribute, if you want to come and serve, you'll have a great opportunity. But if you're coming for a title or a position, forget it." His point was very simple. Never give a job to someone who can't live without it. Always test at the front end whether a person is going to put their own interest ahead of the interest of others. And always determine whether they can define reality by being willing to do the tasks they ask of others. You know, the message before us of Jesus, of seeking to serve, as he gave that principle of taking a towel and water and washing his disciples' feet, was not to put our interest ahead of others. And in so doing, that message was very simple. His deeds and his words matched.